Yeah, pretty gutted actually. But once again, you know, even though I feel so gutted, I keep thinking how far we've come, and you know, we were in the grand final.
Yeah, I'm proud of the team because of two reasons. Firstly, because we were placed fourth going into the semi-final series and we've come up to compete in the grand final. Secondly, because the other grand final matches that we've had in the ANZ Champs, the results being known in the first quarter. So the fact that the team were able to hold them out of that part. We needed to believe that we could run down 10-0 lead, and that was wavering going into that fourth quarter. The critical moment of the game when it turned, we needed to respond, and we just didn't respond quick enough. So in terms of the effort, there was definitely her best effort out there. We were trying to manage her cramp going into that third quarter. When you've got an impact player like Kayla, you want to think, well, do we rest her in the third quarter to save her for the fourth, or do we just push her right till she can go no longer? And it came off, yeah, it was. It unsettled us and they took advantage of that. It was probably the first, going into the third minute of the third quarter. They got a few turnovers, we made a few errors, and that's all it comes down to.
Firebirds, their quality side, you've got Ramona, who's just a target for them, and their Met who's feeding her. And they were just really hungry, and like Deb said, they took advantage of our mistakes, and we were too slow to react. So it was that transition from attack to defence that kind of let us down, and then you can't just leave a one-on-one with Ramona, because Scarlett did her best, but 9 times out of 10 Ramona would get that. So yeah, it was a whole team effort pretty much.
You know, in that first half, like the Mystics were chasing down the balls, and they were really contesting probably a lot harder than what we were, and we went into the change rooms at half time, and Rose just said to us, you know, if you want to win this, you've got to get out there, and you've got to show the determination and the guts that the Mystics are showing. And I think, you know, we all agree that that third quarter is the championship quarter, and that's when we really need to get out there and push it out. And everybody stood up. You know, each of us needed to stand up, and that's exactly what everyone did. We really ran away with it in that third quarter, and then I think put ourselves in a pretty good position for that last quarter. We're a team that's just capable of scoring so incredibly quickly, and the way that Nat and the girls fed her tonight was just amazing to watch. I must admit, I was glad I wasn't the goalkeeper.
We need to make sure that we play to our game and use the variety in that attack end. You know, we just need to knuckle down again defensively and do the things that we've spoken about well. And you know, we were able to get that break in the third quarter.
You're not going to win a grand final in the first quarter, so I think you're always going to expect it to be close for the first, you know, first, second quarters. They made mistakes, and so did we, and so, you know, you expect that when you put two quality sides up together. Yeah, I think the first few minutes of our third quarter, we came out really, I don't know, just came out really strong and lifted that tempo straight from the start, and they did rejig it, but I think it was great because it opened up you know, Ramelda a lot more, and she was a lot easier to sort of spot against who was it, Rasmus.
It was a tough game out there today. Like, they weren't giving me anything, I was just giving as much as I was getting. And, you know, to be named player of the match, I think it's pretty surprising, but yeah, it's pretty.
We've gone through and done something that no other team's done, and we'll celebrate that and rejoice together and really give each other a pat on the back, because it's a huge achievement. We're standing up to now be counted for and looked at as a real threat in the competition from now on.